Hey guys, I'm Akash and welcome to Pabbly. So the topic for today's video is automatically create new lead in LeadSquared CRM on WooCommerce order. Now suppose guys you are a business owner owning a WooCommerce store. You are selling some product using your WooCommerce store. Now you want whenever you receive a new order on your WooCommerce store, the customer who actually placed the order, you want to add that very same customer into a CRM application just like LeadSquared. Now the manual process of getting the details of the customer who placed the order from WooCommerce and manually adding that customer as a new lead in your LeadSquared CRM can be very much repetitive and time consuming. So in this video, I came up with an automation by which whenever we will receive a new order on our WooCommerce store, automatically the customer who placed the order will be added as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. Interesting, right? Now here you must be thinking how we are going to do this. So to make this happen, we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration software. And the most interesting part is, you don't have to know any kind of coding skills or programming knowledge to set up this automation. A non-technical user can also set up this automation very easily. So what is the actual step-by-step guide and how you can do this? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on the Pabbly Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So after reaching this dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as WooCommerce to LeadSquared and click on create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to connect our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect so that every new order which we are receiving on our WooCommerce account or WooCommerce store, we should get the details of that order and as well as the customer in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send that very same data to LeadSquared so that the customer who placed the order can be added as a new lead in our LeadSquared account. So here in trigger window, in choose app, first search for WooCommerce. WooCommerce it is. And after that, in trigger event, we have to select new order created. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we will use this webhook URL to make the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. So just copy the webhook URL from here and follow the help desk given below over here. So after copying the webhook URL, we will go to the dashboard of my WordPress site. So this is my WordPress site where I have added the WooCommerce plugin. And this is the plugin. Just hover on WooCommerce and on the right side, just scroll down and click on settings. After clicking on settings, on the top side, we can see that there are multiple options, out of which we will click on advanced. And after that, we'll just scroll down and here we will click on webhooks. After clicking on webhooks, you can see all the webhook URLs added in your WooCommerce store can be seen over here. Just click on this add webhook button. And at this very same page, give your webhook URL a name. For example, I'll name my webhook URL as Pabbly. Then the status is by default selected as disabled, change it to active. And in topic, we have to select order created. So we'll scroll down and select order create as a topic. Then in place of delivery URL, we have to mention the very same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. So just copy the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then we can ignore the field of secret and API version and just click on save webhook. After clicking on save webhook, we will see that the connection between our WooCommerce store is Pabbly Connect using a webhook URL is successfully completed. Now every time we will receive a new order in our WooCommerce store, we will get the details or the data of that very same order in Pabbly Connect as well. And we are going to do the same. We will go to the WooCommerce store. Okay, so this is my WooCommerce store. And here we are going to make a test order, a dummy order. For example, I have this product named as black t-shirt. So just open this. and we will place a test order for this very same product. Just add to cart, proceed to checkout, and here we will enter the details of a dummy user, a test user, like a dummy name. Then we will enter a dummy address, a test address, a dummy phone number, as well as a test email over here. So after entering the details of a dummy user, just click on place order, and we will see that we will receive a new order on our WooCommerce store. And the order is successfully placed. So we have successfully received a new order on our WooCommerce store. And because we have connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect using a webhook URL, we will see that the details or the data of this very same order which we have received will also be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So let's get back to Pabbly Connect workflow. And yes guys, here in Pabbly Connect, we can see that in our trigger window, we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. In this response, we will find all the details which we have, all the details of the order which we have placed just now. So we have the name of the customer, the first name, last name, same address which we have entered, same email address, as well as the same phone number. Which means guys, the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect is working successfully. And the step 1 of setting up this automation is also completed. We have successfully connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect and received the details or the data of the new order which we are receiving on our WooCommerce store inside Pabbly Connect. Now after this guys, we have to send the details of the customer who actually placed the order to LeadSquared so that we can add that very same customer as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. For that, in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we will just scroll down and come to our action window. And here in Choose App, we will search for LeadSquared. LeadSquared it is. And after that, in Action Event, we will select Create or Update Lead. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our LeadSquared account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we require the access key, secret key, and API host of our LeadSquared account. Now here you must be thinking how we are going to get all these details. So to get the access key, secret key, and API host, just go to the dashboard of your LeadSquared account, and after reaching to the dashboard, on the right top corner, you will find an option named as Profile. Just hover on this Profiles option and click on Settings. Now after clicking on Settings, on the left side you can see multiple options, and in which there is an option named as API and Webhooks. Just click on API and Webhooks and you will find the API access, the secret key, as well as the API host of your LeadSquared account. Just copy those details from there, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it one by one over here and click on Save to make the connection. I have already made the connection, so I'll click on Select Existing Connection and click on Save. And yes guys, we can see that our LeadSquared account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now after making the connection, it is asking us some details of the person to whom we want to add as a new lead, like first name, last name, email, phone number, address, and other details. So we have received all of these details from WooCommerce inside Pabbly Connect trigger window, like the name of the customer, first name, last name, email, phone number, and address. So from this very same response of new order which we have received from WooCommerce in Pabbly Connect, one by one we will map this very same details over here in the LeadSquared action window. And the process of mapping guys is very simple. Simply click on this field, and from the drop down below, we can see all the responses which we have received from WooCommerce can be seen over here. And out of all these responses, select the response of first name and map it in the first name field. Then follow this very same process as for last name as well. Just click on this and from the drop down, select the response of last name. Then the same process for email and other fields as well. So that's how we will map the email. Then we'll map the response of phone number. So this is the response of the phone number. Then the address line 1. So from the drop down, we will select address 1. Then the address line 2 entered by the customer while placing the order. Then after that, it comes the city. So here we have the city. We also have the state. So we will map it, the state, as well as the zip code. Let's ignore the field of country for now. Let's map the zip code as well. So basically, we have mapped all the details which you have received from WooCommerce order of a customer in Pabbly Connect. We have mapped all of these details over here. And after mapping all these details, all these required details, just scroll down and click on Save and Send Test Request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the customer whose details we have entered while making our order, while placing an order on our WooCommerce store, the very same customer is now automatically added as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. So let's check this. We will get back to our LeadSquared CRM, and on the top side we have an option named as Leads. Just hover on it and click on Manage Leads. And yes guys, we can see that just now, we can see that the very same customer dummy name whose details we have added while placing the order in our WooCommerce store, the very same customer is now automatically added as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. So we can see that the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. So after setting up this automation, we just have to test this automation once. For that, we'll get back to our WooCommerce store. Just let me get back to the store. And here guys, we will order some other product this time. For example, I have a white shirt over here. Let's order this one this time. Add to cart. Then just click on proceed to checkout. And here this time we will change the name. For example, from dummy name, we will change it to test name. Okay, so this is the test name. Let's enter the city as Mumbai. Let's change the zip code as well. And the state, let's change the state to Maharashtra. Let's change the phone number of the user as well. And the email address too. So we will change the email address too. So while placing another real-time test order, we have changed the details of the customer like name, email address, phone number, and other details. So after changing these details, after placing a new order, just click on place order button over here. And the order is successfully received. Just now we have received another order on our WooCommerce store. Now because we have created this automation, we will see that the customer who actually placed this order will be automatically instantly added as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. Let's check it. We will get back to our LeadSquared CRM, click on this back button and reach to Manage Leads page. And yes guys, we can see that test name, the very same customer name whose name we have entered while making a test order on our WooCommerce store, the very same customer is now automatically added as a new lead in our LeadSquared CRM. Which means we have tested this automation in real time and this automation is working perfectly fine. Now after testing this automation, let's get back to Pabbly Connect and understand in brief that what are the steps we followed while setting up this automation. So first, we have created a workflow inside Pabbly Connect, and in this workflow, we have selected WooCommerce as a trigger application and new order created as a trigger event. Then after that, using a webhook URL, we have connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect and selected order creation as a new response, as an event or as a trigger event. Then we placed a test order, a dummy order on our WooCommerce store so that we can get the details or the data of that new order inside Pabbly Connect. Then after receiving those details, we have sent the details of the customer who actually placed the order to LeadSquared using Pabbly Connect so that we can add that very same customer into a LeadSquared account as a new lead automatically and instantly. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.